What's up, Sports Wars? Aaron, another video. How you guys doing today? So, today's video, what I wanted to talk about was an interesting picture I saw. The picture is actually going to be the thumbnail of this video, called Who is your Mount Rushmore of Wrestling, Professional Wrestling. So, there's a lot of different ways that you can look at this. For me, the ways I look at it are, you could take your personal favorites, and then you could take who you honestly think, like, objectively is, the greatest pro wrestlers of all time. So for me, it's kind of half and half. Real quick, just shouting off my top four. Now, this could actually change it on any given day. I grew up a massive pro wrestling fan, so I actually don't watch it anymore. It's just kind of not for me. But if I'm going to rattle off my top four, my Mount Rushmore of wrestling, it's going to be Ric Flair. That's one, in my opinion, that has to be on there. Absolutely has to be on everybody's Mount Rushmore. Like, there's no way that he cannot be. Ric Flair, a personal pick for me, and there can be an argument made for he has to be on there as well, I think, but a personal pick for me is Bret the Hitman Hart. Another one is Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think this one has to be on there. He is basically the guy that brought the Attitude Era in. I believe he's the guy responsible for the Attitude Era. And then another one, which is just a personal pick of mine, is Chris Jericho. I was always a huge Jericho fan growing up, so that's my four. And like I said, I know a lot of people are gonna have The Rock, Hulk Hogan, those are great picks. This is just my four. So what do you guys think? Who's on your Mount Rushmore of wrestling? Now you can only pick four. So like I said, Ric Flair and Stone Cold Steve Austin, they have to be on there. There's no arguing that. Like, they absolutely have to be on that top four. Other than that, who are you guys picking as your other two? Or if you want to make a case for a completely different four that don't have Stone Cold or Ric Flair on there, then, put that in the comments too. We'll see. But I would love to debate with you guys that, Ric Flair and Stone Cold Steve Austin absolutely have to be on that Mount Rushmore. If you think otherwise, I'm not really sure what wrestling you've watched your entire life, but those two guys have to be on there. Like I said, Bret Hart, for me, just his whole reign back in the early 90s to mid 90s to late 90s, like winning the championship at WrestleMania 10 against Yokozuna, the neon colors, the Hart Foundation, I mean, the legendary feud with Shawn Michaels. Like, he didn't have such a great career when he went to WCW, but that's neither here nor there. He's always my all-time favorite wrestler. Like, that'll never change. It's always been Bret Hart. So I would love to hear everyone's top four Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling. Let us know in the comments. Sorry that I'm in my garage. It's kind of a weird background, but anyone have any comments about their Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling, please let me know. And then again, what other stuff would you guys like to hear about? This is actually my first video talking about professional wrestling. I think we've got a couple of guys on the team that are more into today's professional wrestling. If you want to hear some stuff from them, let us know. I've tried to get back into it here and there, but I just really can't. The last thing that I've heard is that they're actually going to drop the PG rating and try to bring back sort of that Attitude vibe. So we'll see. I'm not sure. I don't even really know much about any of the new guys. I know NXT is probably the favorite as far as WWE product goes. And then I know that new company, I think it's called AEW, maybe something like that, by Cody Rhodes. I think I'm hearing a lot of good stuff from them too. So either way, let us know. Mount Rushmore, Bret the Hitman Hart, Ric Flair has to be on there. Stone Cold Steve Austin has to be on there. Chris Jericho, personal pick for me. On any given day, I could swap out Chris Jericho with maybe Triple H, Undertaker, Legendary. So you know what I mean. It is how it is. So let us know in the comments who's your Mount Rushmore. Thanks for tuning in.